Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot and welcome to not your traditional monthly readings. I hope I am going to get time to do the monthly readings this month, but I'm going to do these ones first, and then of course we've got the eclipse coming up and I've got quite a few hours at work, so I'll get out what I can. There's a few things I wanted to do. Now, if you've watched me for a while, you know that I like to use a lot of decks. I always like to test myself. That's why I fairly constantly get new decks. And there's when I used to teach a tarot course, some 20 years ago, I used to say to people, you can use anything for divination, as above, so below, as within, so without. In a holographic universe, everything is contained in a piece of everything else. There's so if you wanted to use cutout photos from OK and Hello magazine, assuming that's a symbolism that you are familiar with and that you're comfortable with, crack on, you do it. So obviously with that sort of thing, you need a symbolic alphabet because you're going to have a limited amount of photos. Now, I've wanted to do, and thanks to the eclipse, I think, has finally given me the courage to do this on YouTube, is I've wanted to do a reading using also Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, I've never actually played. I've tried to play, but I love the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. Full stop. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, with this amount of cards and more to come, no doubt, because I'll probably start shopping for them now. The worry about a symbolic alphabet is not quite as intense. So, because there's plenty to work with. And I was flicking through them the other night and just like, oh, yeah, these will be perfect. It's about time I decided to do it. Now, last night, I decided to have a look at YouTube to see if anyone else had done it. And I found a video from a Tony Ziegler who did a video about talking about using the Yu-Gi-Oh cards for divination and then never did another video again. So, has Tony Ziegler been co-opted by the Shadow Games? Now, if you don't know what I mean and you don't know your Yu-Gi-Oh, the whole idea is based that apparently this is an ancient Egyptian tradition where they were basically having astral battles with called the Shadow Games. And so these are supposedly all related to ancient Egyptian gods and what have you. Although they were ancient Egyptian gods that seem to be completely made up for the show, but who cares? What a beautiful image these Shadow Games are. Apart from when they're not, but everything has its good and its bad side. So, assuming that I don't get co-opted by the Shadow Games and whipped away somehow, you will see these videos. But it should be fun. Now, as ever, it's a general reading. General reading rules apply. Do not give away your power to a tarot reader. I should be telling you stuff that you probably already know. As ever, I will say take the reading as a whole or not. I'm going to be using the Celtic cross this time. There's a past and a present in that spread. If the past and the present do not fit, don't try and make it fit. Go and watch your moon, go and watch your rising. In fact, always try to watch your rising, and so you don't have to listen to my blurb a second time. There is a timestamp down in the description to get past it straight to the reading. Now, also down there is a link to a birth chart, two different online birth chart generators if you don't know what your rising sign is, because that's something that if you have your birth time, you need to know it. Now, also down there is the Facebook page for this channel. Now, that's got its own inbox, so if you want to approach me for a personal reading, that's the best way to do it. There is also a link tree there for my email and for my Tumblr and for all different other Twitter. But seriously, Facebook inbox is the best way to get hold of me. Now, as ever, I would say ask a question prior to the reading, pause the video, think about all the questions that are around you and be aware of all of them. Focus on one of them, but be aware of all of them. Cards will answer what they want. Now I am trying to grow the channel, so thank you to my returning subscribers, and If you are new here, welcome, and feel free to press the subscribe button while you're passing. And also, a like helps each video get seen. And I'm rather hoping, I'm so looking forward to doing these Yu-Gi-Oh readers. Now, there will be a couple of Oracle cards in as well, because I can never resist these. But yeah, that's about it. So like I said, general reading, timing's not absolute. Other people, if they turn up in the reading, I see actions and energies, so maybe I get you and them mixed up. I don't think it happens that often. And nobody, I always say, if it does happen, comment down below, let me know. And nobody has done yet. So yeah, let's crack on. I'll bring up your cards. Okay, Scorpio. So, you're feeling burdened at the moment. You're feeling that you're having to swap one thing for another, and this is a feeling that's been going on for a while. But it is something that you can finally put to rest if you haven't put it to rest already. I think, to be quite honest, with this Battle Fader card clarifying the Two of Pentacles, I think you have actually put an end to a certain circumstance that was going in your life, going on in your life, that it was creating too much demand upon you. However, that does not seem to have lessened the burden, and it's almost like you are feeling, what else do I need to give up? With the Hanged Man here, it's like, but what I have done, what I have given up, what I have surrendered, it should be enough. Yeah, not a chance. Doesn't look like it is. And but I mean, the truth is, in regards to that previous situation, yes, it was, but there's still feelings hanging on around it. I feel like there's this goal that you feel you really, really need to achieve, but it's almost like, I think one of the things you need to give up is your dreams. And I mean that in a nice way. That probably sounds horrible. It does sound horrible. I know it does. But I feel like you are very, very tied to the way that those dreams should manifest. And it ain't going to happen like that. And as soon as you let go of some of that control, then that some of that, it's got to be this way, and this way, things will start moving with the Chariot here. And things will start moving with force with this giant rat card clarifying the Chariot. But what is interesting is what Spirit is bringing in. The Devil card, clarified as ever by my Demon Possessed Tarot, by the Knight of Pentacles with the Goetic Spirit de Carabia, who teaches the virtues of herbs and stones and makes birds appear and behave as though tame. This is clarified once more by another Yu-Gi-Oh card. We've got the Gates of the Dark World. So you are being asked to look at things differently, and you are being asked to shift your dreams somewhat, shift your goal, shift. I want to say, although it could be so easily misinterpreted, I want to say shift where you are putting your love. And I don't mean that as in go and get a new relationship or anything like that. It's, I feel like the aim is right, I'm sending my love this way to this thing, and I feel that that is correct. But I want this thing to come into being this way, this way, this way, and this way, and that's not. And the reason that you are being a little bit controlling about how you want this to manifest is due to emotional triggers and emotional or conceptual triggers, to be honest, that are being shown to you at the moment. And this is why, even though you have called an end to that other situation, this is why you are still feeling burdened, because the world or the universe or spirit is going, do you know why you're feeling burdened? Here's one reason, here's another reason, here's another reason, here's another reason. And with the 10 of Wands, you can put the bundle down. So that is what is being pointed out to you, because there is some quite wishy-washy offers or advice, or when I say wishy-washy, you find it hard to believe in them. Are they real? Are they tangible? Are they really there? But too much detail. That's what I could call the reading that won't terrify the life out of you. Too much detail you're requiring here, because you have to give the freedom. You don't quite know where you're going to end up. Think about the chariot. It's being pulled by two horses that are both going in completely different directions. And it's only by you holding onto their reins that one wants to go west, one wants to go east. And because of that, you're heading along the north-south axis. Because you are the linchpin here, and therefore that also indicates that you are the blockage here. But that's because you're trying to stick too hard to a map that isn't working, that isn't accurate, because you're going to get that sense of feeling very, very nearly there soon, but it seems to bring out all this protection energy when all it should be bringing out is foundation energy. You run the risk of driving yourself into the ground here by these control energies, rather than a little bit of letting go, a little bit of allowing, a little bit of oh, that's different, okay, rather than not, that's not what I want. You've got to allow for that different to come in, because you're worried that you can't balance it all, and you're worried that you haven't got guidance within this. But I feel that, okay, I feel like if you feel like you're not receiving guidance from spirit, the divine, higher self, whatever, it's because you don't need it. It's because you're in exactly the right place right now. And being exactly in the right place this is not a dark night of the soul. You know, it's maybe a bad afternoon of the soul. That's another thing I could call the reading. Yeah, it's not a dark night of the soul. These are burdens that you can put down, but it's like you've got too much. There's too much vested interest in the details. Because look at the oracle cards. We have Nike with victory. We have Suklaf with the angel of verdancy, which is basically the Empress energy, of abundance, of things growing, coming into harvest, having a great, having that wonderful sense of growth. But you have Horus and Bass. Now, Horus, sorry, yeah, no, I was right the first time. Horus speaks that your full glory, skills, light, love, whatever, is not yet visible to the world. And no, because you've been very self-focused with this Hermit card, and you've been studying. And I think there's that study element as what's got you so hung up on the details. But you learn the details so that you can recognize them, not so that you can control them. You learn the details so that when one pops its head up, you can go, that's a thing, and that's a thing that I need to pay attention to. And at the same time, we have Bast, joy and pleasure. If there is some goal that you're chasing after, Scorpio, shouldn't this be fun? Where's the fun gone? Ooh, there's another title for the reading. But yeah, where's the fun gone, Scorpio? Because chasing after this should be fun, and for it to be fun, for it to be that great victory that we have with Nike here, you have to allow that element of chance and weirdness to come in, because you can build a firm foundation, but if you are protecting the method of which you want things to unveil, it's going to go wrong. And this Sangan card here says that you have to sacrifice something. And what all of the cards together are suggesting is you have to sacrifice your demand for the details to be exactly the same as what you want them to be. And then we have the Trident Warrior. So the one thing I was discussing about how we could interpret this card with a friend of mine the other night, and obviously there's the water element, there's the Poseidon element, or Aquaman for that matter, but it's still Poseidon because it's Poseidon's trident. Um, but also there's that sense of three-pronged approach. There has to be more than one way to achieve what it is that you are wanting to bring into being. So allow any of those one ways to occur. You could even possibly allow all of them to occur, but let go of the process slightly, because the process it is important, but I want to say in terms of the way you're looking at it, the process is less important than the destination, and you can allow some of the destination to be woolly and ephemeral and not yet defined yet, because that's where the good stuff can come in that you hadn't thought of. Okay, so if this means anything to you, Scorpio, because that's you thoroughly told off, isn't it? If this means anything to you, please do comment down below. Also, let me know what you think of using the YuGiOh cards in the readings, because obviously you're reading number 8 now, and the more I do it, the more I really, really like this. So yeah, comment down below. Hit that like button, and please feel free to subscribe to the channel and join the tribe, because I'm still trying to build the channel, so every subscription helps at the moment. I've still got to pass that magic 1,000. But yeah, let me know if this reading is for you, because I don't want to I like to know that these readings hit home and that I'm not just sat talking nonsense to a camera. Okay. Yeah, good luck, Scorpio. Like I said, there's just allow a little more. All right? Cheers.